Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey Johnson, and welcome to Relationship Management. Today's topic is going to be about submit yourself to your husband only if he's making sense. Submit yourself to your husband only if he's making sense, or if you're not married, or if you are engaged. Submit yourself to your fiance only if he's making sense. And I'm saying that to protect you because a lot of preachers, they manipulate the Bible, and they have a scripture in the Bible where it says, wives, submit yourself to your husband with all things. But I'm letting you know, there's a narcissistic person that has written the Bible. Man has written the Bible. Okay? So when you got these preachers telling their wife, you're supposed to submit yourself to your husband in all things the Bible say, they are manipulating and taking advantage of you. A lot of them are dirty and nasty, and I'm hearing stories that the wives are saying that they husband is a preacher and expect them to do oral sex on him while his dick and nuts is stinking and sour and musty. You understand? And these preachers, they narcissistic, and they expect their wife to suffer and suck them while they funky and filthy down there. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, I'm telling you, if the motherfucker don't make any sense, don't do it. You understand? Because the Bible also say, come, let us reason together, said the Lord. If this motherfucker is not being reasonable, don't do fucking shit. Matter of fact, don't ever marry no fucking preacher, because all of them are fucking demons that God kicked out the fucking heavens. I've been straight to the point. God kicked a third of the angels out of heaven because a lot of them funky motherfuckers rebelled against God, and they came on earth and they became preachers. And notice you hear a lot of stories about preachers going around sexually abusing children. You understand what I'm saying? And then the children turn away from churches and decide to want to be a Christian anymore. You understand? Because you got pastors that saying that they Christian, they introducing children to sin and sex. You understand what I'm saying? And they giving a lot of children a brain injury to turn away from Christianity. That's why you got a lot of people that decide to be Satanists. You understand? Because they feel that, God and Jesus don't supposed to be telling the preacher to get hard and to make kids have sex with him. So I'm not gonna be judgmental to a person that's not a Satanism, because you have a fucking devil up in church pretending that he's close to God. You understand what I'm saying? And telling the church that God telling him to do things and he want people to listen to him. You understand? I then use manipulation with the scriptures and would tell, you understand, a kid it's all right for them to suck him as long as they ask God for forgiveness. You understand? So if your husband is making sense, that's when you submit to him. Because a lot of ladies, you're getting it wrong. Whenever you turn your man down for sex when he need, that will make him cheat on you, because he's a human being. And that's what a human would do. Will go get some vagina for somebody else if you don't give him yours. It's very hurtful. It's a heartbreaker when you tell a man no. You understand? That's your husband or boyfriend. When you tell him no, that breaks his heart, and it reconstructs his mind. It gives him brain injuries to start having thoughts to cheat on you. And the Bible says, whatsoever man thinketh in his heart, so is he. He'll start thinking of other ladies. Next thing you know, you'll wind up catching your man watching porn online, or finding out he cheated on you. You understand? You want to know why? Because he's not just a man, he's a human being. So you need to make sure that you be on your best behavior too, meaning that don't be abusive like that. It's very abusive whenever you tell a man, no, he can't have pussy. You know? So if you are a Bible reader, you want to use the scripture that makes sense. You know? Like they have scripture that say, thou shalt not kill. That's in the Ten Commandments. They don't kill. Understand? But if somebody break up in your house and they got a gun, well, you're going to have to kill. And God is not going to punish you if you break that law then, because it was self-defense. Understand? That's how you make sense. But that's preachers. They're going around saying that you don't supposed to go by the Old Testament law anymore, or the Ten Commandments anymore. They're teaching you, you know what I mean, wrong. The only thing you are telling your members is it's okay for you to kill. God is not gonna punish you anymore. You got all kind of gangsters and stuff looking at him preaching, but he going on telling them don't go by the Ten Commandments anymore. And you got these gangsters decide they want to get their life to the Lord, and you got this demon ass fucking preacher up in church telling them don't go by the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments say thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. It's teaching you to be honest, but you got this ragged motherfucking devil, you understand, preaching, telling his members and everybody all over the airways, all over the world, you don't supposed to go by the Ten Commandments anymore. May God strike you fucking down for that shit. That's ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? So he's not making any fucking sense, and he don't even know how to rightfully divide the word of truth. And may God really strike his ass down. Somebody gonna beat his motherfucking ass up. You understand? Because he always trick people, you understand? Trying to be slick with the Bible. You understand? Talking about whatever he do in the dark, God is gonna hold his sin a secret. You understand? And manipulating the scriptures where he twisting it, you understand? Thinking that God is not gonna see when he sexually abused children. You understand? And that God is gonna overlook every time he, you understand, have sexual sins with kids and do bad shit. You understand? So you want to, you know, don't be so quick to respect a person that's talking about Jesus as God. You want to try these motherfuckers. Because in the scriptures say don't believe every body or every spirit. You got to try the spirit. I mean, you got to make sense of it. Understand? And I'm being down to earth real. I am not pretending that I'm some preacher and that I am holy as thou. No, I'm down to earth. I curse, you understand? I tell it like it is. You understand? I'm not fake. I'm a realist. And I'm teaching you ladies to only respect the man if he's making sense. Understand? Because think about it. If you go by the scripture in the Bible where it say, obey your husband in all things, what if he tell you to go sell your pussy to be a hooker or a prostitute and make some money for you so you can pay the bills? What you gonna do? Well, you're not gonna listen to him. Because he used that scripture to manipulate you to do fucking evil. If he using the Bible telling you to do something evil or fucking wrong, don't fucking do it. Don't submit fucking shit. You understand what I'm saying? If you get involved with someone, you understand? Make sure that they're down to earth like me. You understand what I'm saying? If he's making sense, if he's saying that he wants some sex, if he's rubbing on you, give him that, because that's a part of a human need. Because if you don't feed his sexual desire, you know, he's going to get it from somewhere else. So you want to keep your man happy. Never say no to him unless you are on your period or you are cramped up and having pain in your stomach. And that's where a gentleman's going to have to be understanding. If you know, smelling your woman smelling like blood down there and her Kotex smelling all stank, well, you know she's on her period. And don't get mad if she say no. You understand? Because when a woman on her period, her stomach hurt. And she feel like shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you give us some space to heal. You understand? And just be patient with her. You know? And the same thing, with vice versa. You submit to your woman too. Only if she's making sense. As you guys got to compromise and reason together. Talk things out. Pray together. So you can stay together. So it's so very, very important. You submit to each other only if each other is making sense. Understand? Be about the right, not the wrong, not the psychological abuse. Don't play no type of head games. Understand? Don't say I don't like him because he's too nice, and don't start treating him funny just because he's being nice. Don't say I'm gonna act like I don't love him or want him anymore to see if he's gonna grow closer. No, don't play them kind of games, because the devil will come in between those games and destroy. Because the devil is walking in dry places seeking whom he may devour, and that's why a lot of relationships are breaking up very fast all over the world, because you want to play these fucking games. Everybody want to have a little evil up in their relationship. No, you're going to have to be all the way right. That's saying be clean and be pure. Have a pure heart, a pure mind, pure soul. Don't play no fucking games. Genuinely love the man, respect him, and treat him right. And you too, gentlemen, generally love her, like her, and treat her right. Don't play no motherfucking games like they playing and teaching you in the street. The psychological abuse and the games, you understand? Of leaving your significant other on red, not answering the phone, just playing those kind of games. No, you're giving her a brain injury. Don't fucking do that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't make her fear. Don't make her be scared. Don't make her worry. You be always fucking right. That means be good. Don't have no motherfucking bad up in the relationship. You understand? Just be about the right, not the wrong. Not being like the evil fucking suckers up in the street that fucking all over their significant other. Don't be like them. You be right. Know why? Because there's a God that sits high and look low, and he can allow karma to come kick you below. And when bad luck happens to you, it's gonna be worse than somebody kicking you in the fucking nuts when you mistreat someone and do someone wrong. Because what goes around comes around. You understand? So again, it's very important. Be good to one another. You understand? Make sense, gentlemen. Whenever you tuck into your woman, make sense. And be right. If you tell her something, tell her to do something good, something right, not evil. Don't tell her to steal. Don't tell her to break the law. You understand? Don't tell her to sell drugs. I didn't use the Bible and say, well, God said you're supposed to submit and everything. No, that's fucking bullshit. Ladies, don't give no type of people like that no chance. Understand? Don't do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good one. Thank you.